think you know who to watch out for. The liar, the manipulator, the one who hurt you. But what if the real danger has always been closer? What if it's not someone else pulling you back, breaking you down, holding you hostage, but you? Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Most people never meet their shadow. They just live under its rule. They sabotage relationships, kill opportunities, ruin peace, then blame everything but themselves. They think they're rational. They think they're healed. They think they're in control. But it's not control. It's habit. It's fear. It's autopilot. And the truth is, the most dangerous person in your life might not be loud, cruel, or obvious. They might be subtle, smart, well-intentioned, and wearing your face. You overthink. You procrastinate. You say yes when you mean no. You call it anxiety. You call it burnout. You call it just the way I am. But let's call it what it really is. Self-sabotage dressed as personality. You don't chase what you want. You rationalize why you don't need it. You don't confront what's toxic. You over-explain it until it sounds reasonable. You don't fail because you're unlucky. You fail because deep down, part of you doesn't believe you deserve more. And here's where it gets dangerous. You get good at surviving your own patterns. So good that you stop seeing them as patterns at all. You think you're strong because you can carry the weight. But real strength is knowing when to put the weight down. You think you're wise because you don't expect much anymore. But that's not wisdom. That's disappointment, rebranded. This is the quiet destruction. No explosion, no crisis. Just tiny compromises stacked on top of each other. Until one day you wake up and you're a stranger to the life you built. Inside your head, there's a voice. It sounds like you, but it isn't you. It's the teacher who shamed you, the parent who never noticed you, the friend who betrayed you, the failure you never processed. And it's been talking to you for years. You're not ready. You're not enough. Why even try? You think you're making choices, but you're actually obeying that voice. You avoid risk, not because you're smart, but because somewhere you decided you're not built to win. You over-prepare, not because you're disciplined, but because you're terrified of being seen. You stay quiet, not because you're calm, but because silence feels safer than rejection. This voice has shaped your standards, filtered your relationships, controlled your identity. And the most dangerous part? It sounds reasonable, because sabotage rarely shows up screaming. It whispers, and it sounds like logic, like responsibility, like just being realistic. But Jung would ask, who are you when that voice goes silent? And if you don't know, then maybe that voice has been running your life all along. Your mind doesn't want to destroy you. It wants to protect you, but it's protecting you from the wrong things, from discomfort, from change, from truth. And to do that, it becomes a master manipulator. It gives you just enough logic to justify staying small. It says things like, let's wait a little longer. Now's not the right time. Maybe next year, when things calm down. But here's the trick. Things won't calm down. Life won't hand you a green light. And fear won't disappear just because you waited long enough. The mind builds a cage, but it paints the bars gold. So you confuse your comfort zone with your destiny. And slowly, quietly, you trade your future for familiarity. You weren't born to play safe. You weren't built to exist on autopilot. But as long as you listen to the voice that fears pain more than it craves freedom, you'll never move. You'll plan, you'll study, you'll hope, but you won't act. And that's how the most dangerous person you know becomes the one who could have changed everything, but didn't. So here you are, looking at your patterns, hearing that voice, feeling the weight of all the ways you've gotten in your own way. But stop for a second. Take a breath. This is not a moment to panic. This is a moment to wake up. You are not broken. You are not behind. And you are not alone. That voice in your head, it's not proof that something's wrong with you. It's proof that something wants to change. So let's change it. Step 1, catch the script. That thought that says, you're not good enough, it's old. It's not yours. It's just a line you've repeated so many times, you forgot it was a lie. So next time it shows up, don't argue with it. Just recognize it. smile at it like a familiar shadow, because the second you name it, you shrink its power. Step 2. Interrupt the pattern. If your old self would shrink, stand up. If your fear says hide, say one honest thing out loud. You don't need to overhaul your whole life. Just choose one moment, today, to do the opposite of what fear expects. It won't feel like freedom at first. It'll feel like heat in your chest, like tension in your throat. That's okay. That's not danger. That's activation. That's the signal that you're moving. And here's the part no one tells you. You don't have to suffer through it. You can choose a different energy to bring with you. Growth doesn't have to feel like punishment. It can feel like curiosity, like power, like finally being on your own side. So when that tension shows up, don't freeze. Breathe, move anyway, and remind yourself, this is not fear. This is momentum. Step 3, trust your discomfort. Not the panic, but the pull. That feeling that says, I want more than this. That's not selfish. That's your soul waking up. Step 4, build a new voice. Not one that screams affirmations, but one that speaks with quiet certainty. A voice that says, I don't have to earn my worth. I am safe in this moment. I can trust myself. You don't need to become someone else. You're not a project. You're not a problem. You're just someone who's finally ready to stop surviving and start choosing. And that feeling in your chest, that's not fear anymore. That's you, alive. You've met the voice. You've seen the pattern. You've felt the cost. But now, you've also remembered something deeper, that you are not your fear, not your mistakes, not the story someone else wrote for you. You're the one who can rewrite it. And it doesn't have to happen all at once. You don't need a new identity. You just need a new choice, made over and over until it becomes your truth. Because maybe the most dangerous person you know was never your enemy. Just a version of you that didn't know any better, until now. So here's the question. What's one belief about yourself you're finally ready to let go of, starting today?